J-Mac with the news. Oh, excuse me, my bad. We go to headlines today. Tomorrow's headlines today. Lost mice. It's the new year. You know, I mean, everybody's a little fuzzy. I had so many chicken enchiladas last night. So, listen, you got your 5 picks. I've had a very good season. I need to have a winning record. I want to feel good with my last blazing 5. This is your, I mean, you're going to do more in the playoffs, but this is a full slate of game. A lot of them with backups. So it's a very treacherous week to make picks.
You like to say you don't like to bet week 1. You don't want to do a blazing 5 week 1, right? That's the one you want to punt on.
This is the one you don't love.
This is the one I don't like because I just saw Wan'Dale Robinson's out for the Giants. I know people are like, who? He's had a great season. Yeah. And I love the Giants. Glad I did not put them in headlines. But yeah, it's very difficult to find out who's playing.
Okay, Panthers Bucs is your first game up.
Yeah, so they just met a couple weeks ago. Panthers with the surprising victory. This one's for the division. The headline for Panthers Buccaneers will be Airbnb. Bryce outbattles Baker for Southern Suite. Colin, I'm doing it. I'm taking Carolina on the road to win outright. We joke that Tampa's been leaking oil. No way. This is like the Titanic taking on water. I mean, they haven't covered in 8 straight weeks. They can't get anything right. This Baker injury that he won't talk about, clearly something's wrong with him. What happened to Ibuka? He was having an unbelievable rookie year.
Great point.
He's kind of just stopped catching passes. They're not looking at him anymore. I don't know what's going on with Tampa, so I'm taking Carolina. And, of course, Carolina had 54 yards passing last week against Seattle. However, some fun stats. Carolina has 8 wins as an underdog, most in the Super Bowl era. That's incredible. And also, after a loss this season, 7-0 against the spread, Canales has his guys bouncing back. Rico Dowdle, I saw, needs like 7 scrimmage yards to trigger a $1 million bonus. Hello. So I'm going to go with Carolina on the road, taking down Tampa.
I like it. Tomorrow's headlines today. Listen, I know the side you're on. I want to hear the Seahawks at the Niners.
Oh, we're going back and forth on this all week, all season really with these two. You love Seattle. I love the other team. The headline for Niners Seahawks will be half McCaff. Seattle jittery after pot of Purdy. You know I'm a Brock Purdy guy. Hey, man, listen, it's undeniable, Colin. He has been so good since he's back. We saw the Niners do well with Mac Jones, better than treading water. Well, now they get Brock Purdy, and they make the jump to light speed, and they have been unbelievable in the month of December. I just can't go against this team right now. Now, obviously, if they don't have Kittle or Trent Williams, that's not great. It sounds like, parsing words from Shanahan, he thinks Trent Williams will play. Kittle is going to try to give it a go. But if they get that win at home, boy, having the number 1 seed, not having to leave Santa Clara, that would be enormous. I'm sorry, Colin. I saw Sam Darnold late last year, and he kind of fell apart. And I saw it in the playoffs. And then we started to see it a lot this month. They got lucky against the Rams. The punt return, things bounced their way. I can't go against San Fran here. And I will just say, Kyle Shanahan, 7-1 straight up, 6-2 against the spread. He's dominated Seattle of late, not all those against McDonald. I do want to go back to that first meeting, though. Bosa was a monster, had a sack, 3 tackles for loss, forced fumble. Now he's out. What can Saleh do to find a Bosa? You can't find one of those on the bench. You're going to have to do something exotic. Do you remember what he did against Caleb on the final play? He rushed 2. Caleb was like, what's going on? Robert Saleh dropped defensive tackles at the goal line into coverage. It was masterful. Can he dial up something like that? I'm going with San Fran as an underdog.
Tomorrow's headlines today, Colts, Texans on Sunday. Who you got?
Now, listen, we talk about riding hot teams. One of these teams is hot. The other, most definitely not. The headline for Colts, Texans in the AFC South will be the Frio Grande. Texans float by Chili Rivers. Phillip Rivers, obviously, not starting. They're turning to Riley Leonard. Remember how much you loved him in Notre Dame?
I want to watch him play. I think he's an interesting prospect.
Yeah, you want to watch him run for his life against Will Anderson and Hunter coming off the edge. The Colts are just a sad story, man. They went all in with Sauce Gardner, and then it fell apart. Daniel Jones got hurt, and Sauce Gardner got hurt. Sauce, it looks like he will play here. I'm going to ride with the Texans. Some things to watch. I think DeMeco Ryans, he's had some hot starts, including last week against the Chargers, but then they've tailed off. You've got to keep that momentum. Unbelievable stat, Colin. So inside the 5-yard line, Texans have been terrible in the red zone. Inside the 5, they have 23 carries for 4 yards this season, 3 touchdowns. They can't figure it out. The offensive line can't block. They've got to nail that down heading into the postseason. This feels to me like a 27-9 type Texans win with the defense and prevail and head to the postseason.
Tomorrow's headlines today. You told me to keep my eye on this one. I did. Browns, Bengals in Cincy.
Yeah, there's only one game I really like, and that's this one. Bengals hosting the Browns. The headline for Cincy and Cleveland will be Shador at the thought. Cincy's skyline too chilly for Browns. Nice work by the artistic team there. Yeah, I like Burrow here. Listen, if there's a team trying hard late in the season,
it's
the
Cincy.
Bengals. Since Burrow came back, 4 out of 5 games, they've topped 30 points. I don't know if they're trying to save Zach Taylor's job or what. Seems like he's probably safe due to the cheap ownership, but they have looked good late in the season. And I know Cleveland's good at home, right? 5-1 against the spread as a dog this season at home. You go on the road, 1-5 as an underdog. How about this? 6-18 against the spread on the road the last 2 years. They just don't seem to show up. Obviously, the Myles Garrett situation will be fun to watch. Maybe Burrow takes a sack early. He gets a record and we move on. But by the way, Shador likely to be down 3 offensive linemen.
Yep.
And Harold Fannin, the good rookie tight end. He
Excellent.
and Njoku are going to be out. We know the running back's injured. After they lost Fannin to injury, they didn't have a drive last week over 40 yards. There just aren't any guys. I think this is Bengals 35-10.
Finally, tomorrow's headlines today. It's Sunday night. Ravens, Lamar's supposed to play against the surviving Steelers, I guess.
Somebody's going to get beat up badly on Monday here by you. The headline for Steelers Ravens on Sunday night will be less is Lamar. Ravens come up short with QB back. I'm going with the Steelers here. It's not a super confident play, but Mike Tomlin against John Harbaugh as an underdog, 4-14-3 against the spread. Basically, just take the dog in this series. I think Pittsburgh is not a good football team, but I don't think much of Baltimore, Colin. I know people are making the case, hey, get Lamar into the playoffs. They're going to have a shot. I don't know, man. I think Pittsburgh wins this outright. I mean, it's kind of a risky call. Pittsburgh did beat them a few weeks ago, but when they beat them, Lamar was there. Derrick Henry was there. So I just, the DK Metcalf loss obviously is a big one, but Arthur Smith, I think, can dial up some stuff here. 16-13 Steelers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I've been thinking about this the last couple of days. I was watching college football and how much the games mattered. There's a lot of talk. They're going to extend the season to 18 games. And I'm like, guys, this last 2 weeks have been like choppy.
By the way, are you surprised that they made this the Sunday night game as opposed to Seahawks Niners? I'm just guessing it's because of the markets and the East Coast, larger obviously TV audience. The better game is Seattle-San Fran.
Oh, Bears-Niners last week was maybe the game of the year. So I expect more of the same. Seattle's defense, Niners offense. I think it's going to be big numbers. It's going to be great.
Sometimes the league, it feels like, prioritizes TV audience overall just so they can brag about ratings. But Seattle-San Fran is an amazing game.
I can't wait. Cannot wait. Have a great weekend.